The Eagles just signed another massive Aussie rugby player with zero NFL experience to learn the Stoutland University way, and while the Eagle draft picks were on the field for day one of rookie minicamp this weekend, there were two that, no surprise, really stood out to Nick Sirianni, and Jalen Hurts tried to show off his squat numbers in front of Quadzilla himself. I'm Thomas Mott, this is the Thomas Mott Show. With the NFL draft clearly in the Eagles' rearview mirror, the Birds' 8 draft picks, multitude of undrafted free agents, rookie camp invites, and coaches all met in Philadelphia for the first day of rookie minicamp of the 2024 offseason this weekend. And while the focus was on the early round stars with massive potential, the Birds quietly signed another unknown Aussie rugby player in 21-year-old, let me butcher this, Laekin Vakalahi. Now, there are legit zero pictures of this guy online except for the one you see on your screen of him signing his contract, and really, all we know is that he's massive. He's 6'5", 318 pounds, and 21 years old from Brisbane, Australia, who has never played a down of American football. Now, ESPN has a pretty good breakdown of his story on their website, but the gist is the Eagles scout basically by chance, met his father, who saw that he was a very large man. His father confirmed he had multiple sons who were very athletic. One thing led to another, and one of the Eagle scouts worked him out on a soccer field in New Zealand, and then got Laekin to train at the Conquest Athletic Performance Academy before being signed by the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I'm sure we're all thinking the Eagles just got another Jordan Mailata because he didn't play football, he's from Australia, and he played rugby in the past. And sure, that's the hope. But for now, he's completely unknown. He's got to be extremely raw. He has a long way to go to even make the practice squad, or let alone the roster, but still, Jeff Stoutland has done it once. Can he do it again? This is going to be a very, very fascinating story to follow, not just through rookie minicamp, but also through all the offseason training activities and training camp to see if this young kid has what it takes to be an offensive lineman at the next level. Now, since my last show, obviously a couple of big life events happened for me. Number one, I hit 50,000 subscribers. Big thanks to you guys there. And number two, I got married, which is pretty unbelievable. Some of the pictures you're going to see on your screen right now from the wedding, waiting for the professional ones to come back, but it truly was an incredible ceremony down in Texas where both of our families live on Friday, and we've had a couple of days now to get back to Atlanta. And if you're wondering, Thomas, why are you doing a show right now? Shouldn't you be on your honeymoon? Well, my now wife, which is crazy to say, has allowed me to do a couple of shows, wink, wink there, before we go on our honeymoon on Tuesday to Europe. We're going to Croatia, so once we get there, there will be no video updates, but right now, we've snuck away for a little bit to show off the ring and, of course, give you guys some updates on the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, and also, the random selected winner of the 50,000 subscriber jersey giveaway, wait for it, was Luke Bracken. Randomly selected him, and he is going to go ahead and get the jersey of his choice. So go ahead, Luke, go down the description box, email me a picture of you logged into your YouTube account to confirm it's you, and then I'll go ahead and get whatever jersey you say. So tell me size, jersey, which player you want. I'll get that order. Congratulations to you and everybody else who, of course, subscribe to get me to 50,000 subs. Also, quickly, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would do it right now because I believe we're going to be able to give away two, not one, but two tickets to Devontae Smith's charity softball game, which Josh Davis and myself should be at as well. More details on when that's going to happen, but it will come from our subscriber pool, so if you haven't subbed yet, go sub down below right now. Now, the big stars of the weekend were the Eagle rookies, who were out the Novacare complex. They were in their uniforms, they were wearing their helmets, and they were getting some pretty basic reps running through drills with the watching eye, the coaching staff, but really, they're just trying to get out of their combine bodies, as Nick Sirianni told the media after, of course, the first day of practice, and get back into that NFL shape. Worth noting, though, they had A.J. Brown, you see on your screen right here, and not pictured Jordan Mailata at the practice coaching up the rookies, which honestly super cool of them to do. They didn't have to. They have a lot of other things they could be working on, but fun to see them out there working on the offensive linemen and the wide receivers as well. In terms of footage, you see here, wide receiver drills. How about John Ross running through a couple of drills here? Rookie Johnny Wilson as well, and Ross looks pretty darn smooth, and I cannot get over just how massive Johnny Wilson is wearing that number 89 next to all the other more normal-sized wide receivers. Jalyx Hunt was up next working on his get-off here. Not a lot of footage of him, but he is wearing Trent Cole's old number 58, which I think is a pretty fitting number for someone whose last name is Hunt and who has a lot of athleticism like Trent Cole did. Next, we see Quinyon Mitchell, our first glance of him running through a DB drill, being watched closely by Vic Fangio, the Eagles' new defensive coordinator. First time we've seen Vic in Eagles gear as well. Likewise, Kellen Moore, how about his first on-camera video in Eagles gear, walking around, carrying his little play sheet, putting the offensive rookies through their first couple of drills. We also got the viral video of Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell running side by side, and boy, they both look good, but DeJean's hips are so darn smooth. Watch him get out of the back pedal and locate the football here. I know it's just one video, only a couple clips of Cooper DeJean, but man, he was very, very impressive. Also, shout out to the Eagles Twitter account for giving us a couple of extra shots of the other rookies, including Trotter Jr., Trevor Keegan, Dylan McMahon, and of course, running back Will Shipley. Now, of course, we just get a couple of little clips from the first full day of camp, but Nick Sirianni got a front row seat and did meet with the media afterwards, and without mentioning names, was pretty impressed by the guys that he saw.
You get good impressions. You know, I had some guys in there that I'm like, man, that looked really good. You know, I'm gonna hold back on saying this guy or that guy or this because it's only one day. But you know, you guys kind of interrupted me. I was up there watching tape and I had to come down and talk to you, so I wanted to see a little bit more. But you get to see it out there live.
Again, it's one day. We got to emphasize that this one day means very, very little. And Nick Sirianni said, didn't picture it there, but I mentioned it earlier. They're just trying to get out of their combine bodies, out of their draft bodies. They're just basically built to run, shuttle drills and 40-yard dashes. Now they need to get into football shape. I'm very intrigued by Cooper DeJean and Johnny Wilson. I liked seeing their highlights from yesterday, but still, it is very, very early, and take everything you read, see, and hear with a big, giant grain of salt. Now, we give credit to the Philadelphia media for pressing a little bit here and trying to get Nick Sirianni to talk about a specific player, and sure enough, he did mention by name both the defensive backs, starting with Quinyon Mitchell.
You know, again, we had limited reps today. I get to see him go through drills. You saw the burst and the quickness that we saw on tape of why we drafted him in the first round. Made a couple nice plays on the ball today. Out there with some 7-on-7 speed. And so, just excited to see him out there on the field and competing. And, I mean, again, limited reps today, but, you did see the quickness and the burst and the acceleration.
Oh, and for all of us who are very curious exactly where Cooper DeJean plays on this defense, he told reporters that he worked out at every position during day one, and Sirianni did echo that they aren't ready to reveal exactly where they think he'll play just yet.
Yeah, Cooper has obviously versatility. Quinyon has big play ability. They both have big play ability. Obviously we're not to a point where this guy's playing here or that guy's playing here or this guy's limited to just this. We're just out there right now, getting some reps out there and seeing where they fit.
Now, of course, while the rookies are able to actually be on the practice fields, wearing their helmets, running through drills, the veterans, they're not allowed just yet, but they still were in the same building in the NovaCare complex doing meetings and, of course, working out to add size to those massive frames. That included Jalen Hurts showing off his legendary back squat numbers in front of Quadzilla himself, Saquon Barkley, to which Saquon followed up by immediately throwing up, 450? They might be 500 pounds, much to the shock of Braden Mann, Jake Elliott, and a smiling QB1. Really, it's just fun to see Eagle players back at practice getting ready for the 2024 season. Again, we're going to get plenty of practice clips from here and there, and I think we're going to get a lot more reports in the next couple of days and weeks as we get more camp days and actually get to the official OTA step when the veterans can go ahead and integrate with the rookies. But either way, what we've seen so far is just rookies not wearing their college uniforms. They're wearing Eagle uniforms, and that's pretty darn exciting. I hope everybody stays healthy. Hope everybody just goes ahead and impresses and learns as quickly as possible. That way these rookies, especially the first and second round draft picks, can integrate as quickly as possible and maybe contribute starting off in day one. Now, as mentioned, it's still weird wearing my wedding ring right here, but I'm going to try to go ahead and do a show today, tomorrow, and Tuesday before heading out to Croatia for the honeymoon. That'll be about 8 days, and then we'll come back and get back into the full swing. So be sure to subscribe. Plenty more giveaway stuff happening the next couple of days and weeks. Thank you for all of your well wishes. I read every single message you guys sent me. I got thousands of them wishing me well on my marriage. I really appreciate that. I'm Thomas Mott, hanging out on a Sunday. This has been the Thomas Mott Show.